Hello Aries, this is Victoria and I'm here with your September tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll be getting you guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of the month of September. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And of course, we're going to start with an oracle deck message, and today's going to be the Enchanted Map Oracle. So without further ado, let's get started. Please remember to take only what resonates for you and leave what doesn't, because this is a collective reading. These readings are for Sun, Moon and Rising Aries, so if you're watching for a Sun sign, please check out videos for other placements too. We'll give you a more well-rounded message. And of course, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. It helps me spread out the word. And of course, if you're leaving some feedback, it will help me understand better what you guys are looking for from these readings. And you know, it's gonna be also an opportunity for you to get notified when new videos are coming out, or at least see them in the feed, including the messages from the community tab, where I also provide updates, I provide links to external content that I create, and so on and so forth. All right. So your message for today is number 49, is a talisman. Do you believe in talisman, Aries? Do you have a special one? Maybe you should start that tradition without going crazy with it, you know? Like every good practice and ritual can be taken out of context or to like the massive extreme where it's not healthy anymore. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success that you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned your right to success. With that beautiful entry, let's see what the tarot is giving us. I just realized how these cards are very much matching my shirt today, which was an accident, but you know, there are no accidents, so I'm actually glad that this all worked out this way. I don't normally use the movie tarot for the horoscopes, but right now, because I'm still traveling, I'm somewhat limited in the list of the tarot deck cards that I can use, and this is actually a very good deck, so I decided that this is going to be an opportunity to use it a little more than I normally do. I also love that I actually bought it in Hollywood in the Academy Awards theater shop, which I never thought that I'd find something like this in that shop, but I did. I'm so happy. And I've seen a couple of versions of like Hollywood cards or, you know, some kind of movie related cards, and I wasn't impressed with the artwork. These are pretty cool. All right, so for your personal space and love life, you have 9 of Wands, the Lovers, it's a Gemini energy, and the Page of Swords. For your career space, you have 4 of Cups, you have the Fool, this is Aquarius. I mean, it's Tom Hanks, but you know, the energy of the Fool is Aquarius. The Hanged Man, this is Sagittarius. The advice from the universe is 7 of Cups. It's like a continuation of that 4 of Cups card, really interesting. The Chariot, this is Cancer energy. And the Strength, this is Leo energy. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. Wow. This is your vibe, you know. The Wands is a fire energy, and this is like the element, that torch of fire, the Ace of Wands. And you are a fire sign, so this is pretty cool actually. All right, so You're stepping into your own, embracing your passion. Speaking of which, one of the upcoming eclipses is actually going to be in Aries. So it's going to be interesting to see how this eclipse season that we're stepping into in the month of September, how much it brings out that inner fire in you and ignites you in a way where, I know it's going to sound like a cliche, but you want to use your power for good, not for evil. So, your personal space and love life. 9 of Wands, the Lovers, and Page of Swords. There's someone in your life who you have a very deep connection with. And there is a slight chance it's not romantic, because Lovers is not just about that. But for the majority of you, it's going to be a love interest. Could be a new person, could be somebody you already knew, but there's just like a new spark that comes up. But at the same time, because there's certain intensity to it, the fear comes up as well of like, is this a red flag? Is this person, is it like gonna be like a hot and cold situation? Is this person gonna discard me when I'm at my most vulnerable self, right? There is a lack of good communication here. And it's typical for us to be worried to mess things up or to get rejected, or whatever your insecurity might be when it comes to emotional intimacy and building something with another person, right? Where you're vulnerable to an extent that makes you feel naked when the two of you are in each other's presence even, right? And it's like, how do I put this into words so it doesn't scare the person off? But also that keeps me within my boundaries, and I still feel comfortable in the situation, in the dynamic. We'll speak about the advice a little down the line in the reading, but I would say the Page of Swords card is a reminder that none of us are perfect at communicating with our life partners, with our significant others, but it's not an excuse to not do it. Even if you're not very good at it, however it happens, it's still gonna be better than pretending like nothing's going on. Not to mention that if your person feels the same way, this way at least you can find that solution, you can bring it to the surface and support each other in that fearful energy. But if both of you are just keeping quiet and pretending like everything's fine, then you just keep holding on to that fear, both of you, right? And it's only a matter of time before it blows up in your face, whether we like to admit it or not. When it comes to the workspace, we have 4 of Cups, the Fool, and the Hangman. Both the Fool and the Hangman actually are a lot about seeing things in a different light, right? Like for the Hangman, it's literally detaching, zooming out, and seeing the bigger picture. For the Fool, it's like, what? Doesn't seem like much is going on the surface, but I know it's deep. I know it's real. I know I'm supposed to go this way. Not because it rationally makes sense, but almost like because it doesn't, right? It's just my intuitive feeling. I'm gonna go for it. Or, something is taking me there. I'm just gonna do it. So you're being asked during this time to stop over calculating or waiting for things to get better, waiting for the right moment to make some changes in your life, right? Or see opportunity where you saw some kind of negative situation before, right? It's in your hands and you're being guided. If you find yourself in a tight spot, in a bad situation financially, or in terms of your clients, people management, communication, anything, creative ideas, it's kind of a test, let's be honest. And it's only there for you to see and realize and communicate into the universe of how much you actually want to be doing what you're doing. Why are you doing it in the first place? Are you gonna stick with it, or are you gonna run away at the sight of the first trouble, right? The choice is yours. And now we're gonna see the advice, but before I show you those 3 cards, the first card for the advice is 7 of Cups. And look at these 2 cards. You see It's essentially the same card. Yes, they've added a few cups, but the setting is the same. There are 2 moons. So this is like, it's in your hands to multiply what you currently have. If you see the value in what you have, if you are able to appreciate it and see the role that you've played in making things happen, in creating your own reality. And with that, we also have 2 major arcanas here, the Strength and the Chariot. It's like, yeah, you need to be brave to take your chariot where the spirit guides you, where you feel excited, where there's a lot of enthusiasm, even if logistically it doesn't seem like much, or you have other choices. So it's like, why would I choose the one that seems the most risky one, or the one where there's too much of an unknown right now? To a lot of us, we may talk, especially in the spiritual community, about like following the flow, following your dream and all that stuff, how real, how important it is. But when it comes to reality and making specific choices, a lot of us still digress to go in with a safe option, go in with something that makes sense logically. So this is your chance to break out of that pattern. And remember that the more you do it, the more you're taking the leap of faith, the more your body, your psyche relaxes into that space and feels better and trusts more and more with every time. Not only because it like objectively is safe, but also because there is understanding that you and your conscious self will support your subconscious, your body, your energy, even if something goes wrong. Like, there's nothing to be scared about because you can still support yourself in that place. Last but not least, we're gonna get some messages for Aries from their personal interest. Messages for Aries, please. All right. We have Judgment, Queen of Cups, and 9 of Cups. Lots of cups here, but we also saw them earlier in the reading. So your person definitely sees you as this caring person who has a lot to offer, who knows what they want, and despite certain highs and lows in terms of emotional state, generally they see that how much the 2 of you belong together. That's the best way to put it. How much there is divine orchestration and guidance in this connection. How much you are taken from each other in a good way, like learning. I don't mean like stealing. I mean that you learn from each other so much. And your person values that. I'm hearing that for a while they didn't appreciate it enough because it didn't seem passionate enough, it didn't seem romantic enough. I apologize for that. For the most part, it was more like, are we just friends? Are we buddies? Are we, those soulmates that kind of like help each other in life? Or are we truly an item? We are life partners with that kind of commitment. And now they're seeing how that is very much connected to the emotional intimacy and to physical intimacy as well. And so they appreciate that this part of you that maybe they didn't appreciate before. Okay, I hope this was good for you guys. If so, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,